Please subscribe, like, and share if you want to see more NBA videos. From Luka Doncic dominating the NBA at only 24 to Desmond Bane mimicking Steph Curry, here's a list of the top 20 NBA players under the age of 25. 20. Desmond Bane. Following in Kurt Thomas's footsteps, Desmond Bane became the first TCU player since 1995 to become a first-round pick during the NBA 2020 draft and the 30th pick overall. The Boston Celtics had him first, but traded the young player to the Memphis Grizzlies for a future pick. Bad move. Desmond was part of the NBA All-Rookie second team after his second season and had the highest three-point field goal percentage, 150 attempts, since Steph Curry's rookie season. His stats for the 2022-23 season at 21.5 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, 4.4 assists per game, 47.9 field goal percentage, and 40.8 three-point percentage would have you thinking he deserved to be much higher on the list. The thing is, a terrible toe sprain had him out for most of the season. He missed 24 games. Here's hoping Desmond's up and energized for a thrilling new season. 19. Josh Giddey. At 20 years old, Australian professional basketball player Josh Giddey is the youngest person on this list. Based on the 76 games he played during the 2022-23 season, he averaged 16.6 points per game, 7.9 boards, 6.2 assists, 48.2% field goal percentage, and 32.5% three-point percentage. He also holds the record of being the youngest player in the NBA to score a triple-double at just 19 years old. The Oklahoma City Thunder really bagged themselves a winner with Giddey, and the only reason why he isn't much higher up on the list is because he's only just scratching the surface of what he can do. 18. DeAndre Ayton. The Phoenix Suns had their eye on Ayton from his high school basketball career and later on when he played for the University of Arizona. Makes sense, actually. Ayton was considered one of the top prospects of 2017. When he entered the 2018 NBA draft, the Suns swooped right in to have Ayton as their first pick of the first round. He's averaged 18 points per game, 10 boards per game, 1.7 assists, 58.9 field goal percentage, and 29.2 three-point percentage of the 67 games he's played as the Suns center. His stats aren't that great, comparatively at least. However, fans are willing to take a gamble on Ayton now that Frank Vogel's replaced Monty Williams as Phoenix's head coach. 17. Scottie Barnes. Young Scottie's already on his way to the NBA Hall of Fame. In 2022, at just 20 years old, Barnes was declared the NBA's Rookie of the Year. ESPN had him listed as the 4th best prospect overall and the single best power forward in the list of recruits for the 2021 season. Sure enough, the Toronto Raptors swooped right in to steal him during the 2021 draft. His stats average 15.3 points per game, 6.6 rebounds, 4.8 assists, 45.6 field goal percentage, and 28.1 three-point percentage for the 2022-23 season. The only reason why he's not higher up on this list is because he still needs to perfect his outside shot if he wants to be considered as the best professional power forward in the league. 16. Franz Wagner. Everyone had their eye on the 6'9" German professional basketball player when he made his professional debut as a small forward for Alba Berlin in 2017 before making his switch to the NBA with the Orlando Magic in 2021. Wagner played a total of 80 games over the 2022-23 season and averaged 18.6 points per game, 4.1 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 48.5 field goal percentage, and 36.1 three-point percentage, making him the one to look out for in the upcoming 2024 season. And do you know the best part? He's only just turned 22. 15. Tyrese Maxey. You know you're on your way to the Hall of Fame when, despite having Joel Embiid as your teammate, everyone's chanting your name during the game. With stats like 20.3 points per game, 2.9 boards, 3.5 assists, 48.1 field goal percentage, and 43.4 three-point percentage over 60 games in the 2022-23 season, makes sense, right? The Philadelphia 76ers placed a lot of hope on Maxey and refused to let the powerhouse go. So here's hoping he brings them more good luck in 2024. 14. LaMelo Ball. He might have been a rare find on the court over the 2022-23 season, but LaMelo made his presence known each time he played for the Charlotte Hornets. He averaged 23.3 points per game, 6.4 rebounds per game, 8.4 assists, 41.1 field goal percentage, 37.6 three-point percentage over 36 games last season, and was awarded a $250 million 5-year contract extension, truly cementing his place as one of the top prospects the NBA has ever seen. The guy still has a long way to go, that's for sure, but can anyone really argue he's not looking at the top 10 or even top 5 status next season? 13. Evan Mobley. The Cleveland Cavaliers aren't the top team by any means, but they do boast the top perimeter defender in the league right now. Mobley's defensive skills outshine his offense, but that's okay because the guy's only just starting out, and he's already averaging 16.2 points per game, 9 boards per game, 2.8 assists per game, 55.4 field goal percentage, 21.6 three-point percentage. Number 12. Paolo Banchero. Bleacher Report had him ranked at number 78 in 2022, and today, Banchero's been bumped up to number 40 on the list of top players for the 2024 season. He averaged 20 points per game, 6.9 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 42.7 field goal percentage, and 29.8 three-point percentage for the 70 games he played in the 22-23 season. What he lacks in defensive skills, he more than makes up for with his power, shot making, and passing. Banchero deserves the bump. 11. Cade Cunningham. At 21 years old, he was averaging 19.9 points, despite shooting just 27.9% from 3. His streak ended when a knee injury had everyone guessing if he'd make it back on the court. So I guess his spot here comes with a lot of hope because we weren't able to truly see the Detroit Pistons power guard at his full potential in the 22-23 season. Still, for the 12 games that he did play, he averaged 19.9 points, 6.3 rebounds, 6 assists per game, 41.5 field goal percentage, and 27.9 three-point percentage. 10. Darius Garland. The Cleveland Cavaliers struck gold with 23-year-old Darius. The point guard's been blocked by Donovan Mitchell for the second year in a row from being named Rookie of the Year, but loyal fans know that Garland's the real MVP. The guy stayed consistent since his 2019 draft with 21.7 points, 8.6 assists, 1.3 steals, and 46.2 over the 2022-23 season. He's a great defender and an even better shooter. What more could you ask for? 9. Tyrese Halliburton. From missing out on being in the top 50 last year to being the 33rd best player in the upcoming season, the Pacers point guard has come a long way. Fans have him listed as their top prospect for the upcoming season. They're sure that the only reason why he missed out this time around was because of injuries. I believe it. Of the 56 games he played in the 22-23 season, Halliburton averaged 20.7 points, 3.7 rebounds, 10.4 assists, 49.0 field goal percentage, and 40.0 three-point percentage. Number 8. Jaren Jackson Jr. He won Defensive Player of the Year in 2022-23 season, and everyone's sure he'll win it again in the 23-24 season. That's how much faith NBA fans have in Jaren Jackson Jr. To be fair, the young player averaged 18.6 points per game, 6.8 rebounds per game, 1 assist per game, 50.6 field goal percentage, 35.5 three-point percentage over 63 games during the 22-23 season. He's a skilled perimeter defender as well as for his size and has the strength and lateral quickness to defend nearly every position. 7. Trae Young. At 6'1" and weighing 164 pounds, Trae Young doesn't necessarily stand out in the NBA. If he does, it's not for the best reasons. Still, you'd be eating your words when you see the Atlanta Hawks point guard in action. He averaged 26.2 points per game, 3 rebounds, 10.2 assists, 42.9 field goal percentage, and 33.5 three-point percentage in the 2022-23 season. I have to admit, though, his size really is what's keeping him from the top spot because it's been limiting his defensive skills. Then again, maybe Trae will surprise us in the upcoming season. 6. Zion Williamson. You've heard the name, you've seen him play, and you're probably wondering, why isn't Zion at the top spot in this list? The age-old dilemma: injuries. A hamstring injury kept the player out for most of the 22-23 season, and of the 29 games that he did play, he averaged 26 points per game, 7 boards, 4.6 assists per game, 60.8 field goal percentage, 36.8 three-point percentage. Not bad, but not the best. The only reason why he's not lower on this list is because everyone has faith in the Pelicans' golden goose for the upcoming season. 5. Ja Morant. We're entering the big leagues now with Morant trailblazing the younger generation. Was it his best season? No, the guy was suspended for 25 games. His stats averaged 26.2 points per game, 5.9 rebounds per game, 8.1 assists per game, 46.6 field goal percentage, 30.7% three-point percentage over 61 games played, and the Memphis Wonder actually lost his spot as the best of the best. Still, you can't ever dismiss Ja Morant, and with the new season around the corner, everyone's sure the Grizzlies player will be back to take the crown. 4. Anthony Edwards. At 22, Edwards is already listed as the best player on Team USA. He averaged 24.6 points per game, 5.8 boards, 4.4 assists, 45.9 field goal percentage, 36.9 three-point percentage, playing for the Timberwolves over 79 games last season. Edwards is the next great NBA shooting guard and on his way to challenging Devin Booker for the title of the league's best in the 23-24 season. 3. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. First up in the top 3 is someone who wasn't really on anyone's radar until the 2023 season. Shai made a name for himself after averaging 31.4 points per game, 4.8 boards, 5.5 assists, 51 field goal percentage, and 34.5 percentage from three-point line during the 22-23 season over 68 games. He'd be number 1 in the list of best campaigns last season, and who knows, he might be the overall best come the 23-24 season. 2. Jason Tatum. The debate between Tatum and Luka Doncic for the number 1 spot was a tough one. Tatum's managed to check off all the career best boxes so far at only 25 years old, with only one box remaining, the MVP. Honestly, at the rate this powerhouse of a player is going, he's not too far from that either. He's a scorer, sure, but don't undermine his defensive abilities. He has the skill set to take on the best of the best, and he's done just that for the 2022-23 season. Let's see what's next for the young player. 1. Luka Doncic. Doncic is the best player under 25 and the third best in the league currently. The player's coming off a 56.0% accuracy high over the 22-23 season, with stats averaging 32.4 points per game, 8.6 rebounds per game, 8 assists per game, 49.6% field goal percentage, and 34.2% from three-point line, and he's only 24. He's an elite passer who can snap defenders' necks by finding open teammates in a second. The only reason why he's not the best of the best, even though his fans would argue he's proven himself enough already, is because he's still young and is some years' experience and accolades behind from that title. But make no mistake, Luka's coming for the crown. So, from Luka Doncic dominating the NBA at only 24 to Desmond Bane mimicking Steph Curry, that was a list of the top 20 NBA players under the age of 25. Please subscribe, like, and share if you want to see more NBA videos.